Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Magazines and Patterns. My name is Sophie, and today I have found an old issue of Old Time Crochet from the summer of 1993. And one of the reasons I pulled this particular issue is I saw elegant hairpin lace stole. And hairpin lace is something that I'm a little curious about. I feel like I've not found a lot of patterns using hairpin lace, but lately I've been coming across some. So I wanted to look at that, and I figured I'd flip through it with you guys. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we have in here. Okay, so the first pattern we have is for the blue ribbon doily right here. And isn't that something pretty? I like these little textures in the diamonds there. That's a lovely little doily. And you have here some more of the pattern. Looks like we've had a little correction here, or maybe it looks like it scuffed off a bit. Maybe they just added that in, but it's in there. And it goes all the way through to this side. Now, I'll make sure all of these patterns are uploaded on my Patreon. So if you're considering making any of these, or you'd like to have copies of these, they will be available there. I'll have the link down below. So if you're interested, you can go there. Just let me know if you have any trouble. I'd be more than happy to take a look and see if I can help you out there. The second pattern we have here is a skill level of beginner, and it is a bed of roses Afghan. So this looks like it is an Afghan stitch or Tunisian stitch. I think that's the same thing. So this would probably work up pretty quick, and you are probably just going to be cross-stitching the pattern onto the Afghan once you've completed crocheting it. And there is the graph there. So the entirety of the pattern is those 2 pages, and then the picture. Here we have the baby's 5-piece set. So this is going to have a blanket, a bonnet, a cardigan or layette, some booties. What is the 5th piece? Carriage cover. That's the blanket. Let's see. We'll find out. So we have a carriage cover. The sack. Am I saying that right? Is it sacque? Sacque? But that, I believe, is just the little cardigan. The cap and the booties. So what are we missing? Am I missing part? It says continued on page 46. So we'll live in anticipation until we get to page 46, and it tells us what the 5th one is. Okay, here are some cute little doll clothes. I love these little dresses. These are so precious. They have the little florals or little bows, I think, on there. A little apron, bonnet. If you like making doll clothes for yourself or for some little ones that you know, these would be really lovely. So they have the dresses on here. This is the whole pattern. They even have the patterns for the panties, the petticoat, the hats. So these don't look terribly involved. These are for Priscilla Alden dolls. Oh no, I apologize. That was just for one pattern. So we're going to go over here. Here's Miss Showboat. That's her pattern. I like her hat. Her hat is really adorable. And here is Miss 17 doll. And I don't know why, but for some reason I'm thinking that it's named after the girl in Sound of Music, who's 16 going on 17, because I feel like that dress reminds me of it. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Is that anyone's favorite? I know so many people who that's their favorite. Here's Good Companions doily. That looks like it would work up really quickly. But it does say it's a skill level of intermediate. So that could be a little more tricky than it looks. Over here is some filet crochet with a cute little rose edging. And that's really lovely. As far as edgings go, I like that. I like that it's not just some scallops or shells. It's actually a little picture of a rose. And that's really, really pretty. And that goes all the way to the back here with the graph. So that would be nice and easy to follow if you're new to filet crochet. Here we have a flower chain doily, and that's fun. I like that. It says that the skill level for this one is intermediate, but it is just this one page. Okay, here we have the hairpin lace stole. So is there anybody watching who does hairpin lace or has worked with hairpin lace? Because I've been interested in maybe dabbling in it a bit, but again, like I said, I don't find a whole lot of patterns using it, but recently I have been coming across a few. So now I'm starting to think, okay, maybe if I did want to invest in a, you know, little hairpin lace contraption, I might be able to find some things to make with it. But this is really pretty. It's nice and plush and big. So if you do work hairpin lace or you're looking for something with hairpin lace, that might be a nice thing to make. Here is a classic royal pineapple doily. You can't go wrong with that. I have recently, not mastered, but I recently learned to construct a decent pineapple. So that would be fun to work on for me, perhaps even as well. Okay, so here is the rest of the doily pattern. These 2 pages. Here we have the cathedral window doily. And as far as doilies are concerned, I like the name of it because if you look at the edging, it does almost have like a cathedral window appearance to it. So I like the name of that. It gives me a reason to look again a little closer. And that's a little bit unique looking as far as doilies are concerned. Oops, I'm skipping pages here. What do we have here? The arrow and pine knit doily. So it says arrow and pine knit, but it is, you know, it uses double pointed needles and a crochet hook. So that's interesting. I don't know that I've actually seen a knit and crochet doily before, but it is pretty. Here we have our swap society. So they are swapping, looking to swap for patterns and such. Here's the alphabet in filet crochet. Then next is another doily. They really are going strong on the doilies in this issue. Governor's Ladies Knit Doily. Governor's, yeah, I said that right. Governor's Lady Knit Doily. And that's really pretty. But these doily patterns, they are long. So that's the whole Governor's Lady Knit Doily there. Here's the pineapple round doily. More pineapples. If you're a fan, great. If you're not, I'm sorry. Because there's a lot of pineapples when it comes to doilies. And here is the full pattern for that one. Now, this one's really pretty. The autumn wheat doily. I love these little wheat sheaths, sheaths. That's a really pretty doily. Different looking. I like the mesh quality to it, but that would be a really lovely piece to lay out, especially in the fall. Something a little different. Make it in like a nice gold or a soft brown color. Even maybe an orange, like a light orange or muted orange. And that's the remainder of that pattern. Here we have the sea scallop doily, and the texture in there is really pretty, but I like these little scallops on the edge. So that's lovely. These are all, they all seem to be skill level of intermediate for these doilies. And I think that's maybe mostly due to the fact that doilies can be real fiddly, especially when you're first getting them started. That's where I tend to have the most difficulty. But it ends over here, and then we move on to this 4-square doily. Now that's a nice shape. You don't see, you see them mostly in rounds. So it's kind of nice to see it in the square shape. Okay, and we have some tatting technique talk here. Oh, here's the end of the baby's 5-piece set. Ties. Is that that's the 5th thing? Ties? Oh, that seems like a little bit of a ripoff there. But I think that's the 5th item. Okay, so the tatting techniques, if we have any tatters there, these are always helpful to take a look at. And on the back here is the stitch guide along with some of the crochet stitches. And I always put these in with the issue as well when I do my uploads. So if you are working on one of these doilies, because they are older, this issue is from 93, but these doilies, the patterns are much older than that. So if you find yourself having a little bit of confusion with some of the verbiage, maybe check the stitch guide to help with that, because I know that I've found some help there before too. Okay, and so this is coming from Tatting Techniques still. It's giving you a few tatting patterns. large quarter foil, edging lace, baby bonnet and tatting and net. That sounds pretty. I wish they had a picture of that. Do they? Is this one page? Nope. Let's see. Is it in here? No, it isn't. But we do have this lovely evening shrug. Look how pretty that is. Little like shrug or bolero over a little spring dress. That's very lovely. And it looks like it works some beads into it. I don't think you'd have to put the beads in it if it's not something that you wanted. But it's a nice little detail. And it looks like it ends over here. So this is continuing the square pineapple centerpiece over here from page 59. Can we see that one? Where is it at? Oh, we didn't get to it yet. Okay, so I was going to say, I think we missed one. Square pineapple centerpiece, continued on page 59. Oh, look at these cute little bears. Fill your world with crochet. Crochet World magazine. Those are cute. Little bear clothes. Okay, so here we have the little tatted. We saw the tatting patterns. So here's a little bit of more detail on those. That's cute. It's a cute way to add a little bit of detail for baby or a doll. Oh boy, isn't that pretty? The square pineapple centerpiece. That just looks like a showstopper. Again, with the pineapples, once you learn to do the pineapple, you're just putting them together, really. And that is really, really lovely. That is, that's beautiful and involved. Oh boy, that's a long pattern, but that's pretty. Okay, and that is the end of Old Time Crochet from the summer of 1993. I hope you guys like this one. Again, I know there were a lot of doilies in there. Let me know in the comments below. Do you enjoy seeing these doilies? Because I actually have a lot more. Big surprise. But if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a like and maybe consider subscribing so that you guys can watch some more of these videos and flip through with me. But until the next episode, I hope you guys have a good day and I will see you then. Bye.